Holy mother of Mike! Yes, indeedy! Iron Patriot is actually... Well, I'm not going to say he's God tier now, because that would be a very weird thing to say. But he's made a lot better from the synergy to a point that, and again, I don't know if you could say there's any great utility to the Mr. Iron Patriot with the Red Goblin Synergy, but he does better. A lot better. You've seen the champion deep dive, and I suspect a load of content creators will probably put out videos on the same thing. Iron Patriot is a dud. We all know that. We all know it to be true. Arc overload is the key thing that gets exploited when it comes to the Red Goblin Synergy. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be pairing up a nice little spicy synergy, which includes Red Goblin as being the lead, because we've got Osborne to the Wild, which allows Arc Overload to grant a Fury buff, increasing attack rating by 300% for 30 seconds, and no longer burns out Iron Patriot's suit and can be reactivated after 60 seconds of cooldown. Basically, you just go into multiple Arc Overloads with the spicy Fury buff. So spicy, it outputs tasty damage. See? Spicy, tasty, satisfying. That's how it works. And for the synergy team pair up, I did the following. I put in split personality with Green Goblin. Green Goblin allows the Iron Patriot's Arc Overload potency is a plus 20%, which means that, yes, everything's going to be ramped up to the 9. Arc Overload as it stands only goes in to improve the likes of, well, granting regeneration, that's the first thing. But imagine playing this champion where it gets just repeatable Arc Overloads. Like, imagine that. Repeatable Arc Overloads. I kid you not. You're going to see the footage in a minute. But the main thing to say is that Fury buff coming from the Red Goblin Synergy, coupled with the fact that you've got the signature ability of Arc Overload getting regen, means you've got something that is not invincible, but it kind of like constantly, it's like a phoenix. You know, phoenix rising from the ashes. The difference is with the phoenix that we got in game, it doesn't repeatedly rise from the ashes. Iron Patriot rises from the ashes each time. That's how passionate I'm about this. It's like, it's just crazy. But here's the thing, I'm done talking about it. I just want to show you how amazing this little synergy buff is. And look, it's not super sustainable. If there's something of like a repeatable nature of like a heal block of some kind, then it's not going to be for all damages, all types of interactions, I should say. And like you can say, look, I'm going to take this particular coupling into the likes of Act 6, maybe. Act 5, more than likely, it's fun enough, and especially from a 4-star perspective, if you get a 4-star pair up with this, man, it's fun for that lower stuff. But like I said, I don't know if it's the one-size-fits-all answer to Act 6, but definitely from a questing perspective, it puts Iron Patriot in a very high light for players for usage, but it does mean that you have to play quite low in health pool. Again, let's show the footage, and then I'll talk more over the top of the video. And here we go. So, let's take the champion into action. Now, I didn't know what was the best way to play this champion, really, until a point of going, hey, let's just take damage, because that's part of the ability. This is very risky business. You have to guarantee that with a high signature, which will equal high regen, it is important to minimize the extent of time that you're going to be knocked out and KO'd versus you regaining the amount of health required to stay alive. Like the BG said, staying alive. Because you have to literally stay alive. If you are playing this too risky, don't do it. And that's the thing. A high signature is going to mean that you'll have a high threshold to regain that regen in a very quick time frame, and that's what you need. Because if you've got a bleed effect on, if you've got a big amount of damage incoming and you're playing it risky, then that risky business is not going to pay off. But when you get those Fury buffs up, and by the way, I'm using the Heimdall synergy in order to maximize some extra damage output, it does look for a good stackable amount of damage. A really nice and impressive amount, and it's definitely worth a try. I'm not going to say, as I said, it's not a perfect answer. Is the Green Goblin synergy adding more potency? Probably. Is this something that you take in questing? Maybe. Because I'm not going to say, look, go out there and 565 your Iron Patriot, but at the same time, if you're going to use Red Goblin a lot, then having a tech on your team that can just do damage output, it is quite rewarding. But at the same time, do bear in mind a lot of champion interaction, especially some of the newer content that's put out, can be quite restrictive for stuff like this. But if you like your big yellow numbers, if you like smashing home with a good amount of damage, then this is very nice to see, especially for those that are kind of looking at their trash, their meme tier Iron Patriot, and going, look, I need to find some value to this, even for a 6-star perspective. Pairing it up with the likes of Red Goblin could be a really cool interaction and a lot of fun for you. But the question is, where's the worth of this champion? As I said, if you're looking for options to take on Realm of Legends, that is an option, number one. If you're looking for a champion to just raw damage output a few things and kind of just spank enemies, there's an option. There's a questing option to that. Could you use it on a monthly basis non-collective? Of course you could. Could you use it in the likes of Act 6? Yes, but with a question mark. Ifs and buts. And the buts are going to be when nodes and associations, playing styles, uniqueness. And look, here's the thing. Is the champion going to be good for the likes of buffed up? Possibly, yeah, you can get about 3 buffs quite nicely. It's not overly achievable, and you may need to have certain champions on board for a nice synergy. Is it going to take on this track? No, it's not, because you're not going to be able to put in 3 consecutively at the same time unless you're stacking those armor breaks. That is going to be a thing with that. But, you know, it's just not going to be that option. It's fun. It does damage the same way a lot of champions similar to that do that have given a synergy boost, like your black bolts with Night Monkey. Night Monkey? No, Hit Monkey even. But that's the thing. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but it is a bit of fun for this, and it's great to see. Anyway, I digress. What are your thoughts on the champion? Put it in the comment section down below. Check out some other content posted up here, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.